Hello, I am Subhankar Ghosh and I will be presenting the paper Adversarial Training of Variational Autoencoders for Continual Zero-Shot Learning, in short CGSL. So, what is continual learning? It is the process of learning for a model to learn from streaming of data without forgetting the previous knowledge, the way humans learn since their childhood. We can think of a model learning today playing cricket. When it will learn tomorrow playing football, it should not forget playing cricket. Most of the existing neural networks model forget previously learned tasks when get trained on new tasks. Though here we develop a model for the classification task only. Why continual learning is important? International Data Group IDG published a paper in 2017 arguing that data generation will go from 16 GB to 160 GB per year by 2025 and we will be able to use only 3 to 12% of them. Data has to be processed on the fly or it will be lost forever. The amount of data generation is not directly proportional to the data storage. Continual learning models can be used here. Due to privacy issues, we cannot store data, so it is better to train CL algorithms. Once the models learn the data, they do not need to be stored. If we have lack of computation power, deep learning models can be trained continually by dividing the data into multitasks. Problems in continual learning. A significant problem in continual learning is catastrophic forgetting, which is the tendency of neural networks to forget previously learned knowledge upon learning new information. So how can we get rid of catastrophic forgetting? So there are three strategies: regularization-based methods. They evaluate the importance of network's parameters and penalize them while switching from one task to another. Rehearsal-based methods. It has two approaches. First, we can use generative models like GAN or VAE or both to synthesize data of previously learned classes that get concatenated to the current task to update the network's parameter till current task. Second, we can store few real samples per class for all learned classes and the samples get concatenated to the current task. Architecture-based methods. Here, previous task performance is maintained by storing the learned modules while accommodating new tasks by expanding the network with new modules. Zero-shot learning. This is the process of learning where deep learning models can categorize data of some classes the models do not see during training. Why zero-shot learning is important? For most computer vision applications, lack of data is a major issue. We can use GSL models that transfer knowledge from seen to unseen classes via some attributes of the classes. Continual zero-shot learning. This is the process of learning for neural network models from streaming of dataset that contain features or images with attributes for a few classes and only attributes for other classes. The models give some insight for all the dataset, all the classes at inference. Approaches for CGSL. CGSL has been developed for two kinds of continual learning settings, such that multi-head and single-head settings. In a multi-head setting, task identity is known during training and testing, and there is a separate classifier for each task. In a single-head setting, task identity is not known during inference time, and a shared classifier is used among all tasks. Motivation. Our approach is motivated by the fact that processing and synthesizing images are time-taking for continual learning when the number of classes is high. Therefore, instead of images, we train and test our model with the features of the same images generated using a pre-trained model. Another thing that motivates us is that the human brain structure is complex and contains billions of neurons. So we may need to eventually make complicated networks in the coming future containing a huge number of neurons to learn sequentially. contributions. We develop a generative replay-based and structure-based continual zero-shot learning methods using conditional variational autoencoder. The proposed method is developed for a single head setting that is more convenient to solve real case scenarios. We present results for 4 GSL benchmark datasets for continual zero-shot learning. We propose two types of modules. One, task invariant, holds information for all tasks, and another is task specific. If there are T tasks, our proposed architecture consists of one task invariant VAE and T task specific variational autoencoders. So this figure shows our model at training time while the shared module plays a minimax game with the discriminator to generate the task invariant features. XSCAP, in contrast, the discriminator assigns task levels to the synthesized features. The discriminator tries to maximize the probability of task level. Architecture grows because of the task specific, private and perceptron modules that assigns class levels to the features during training. To prevent forgetting, shared module is trained with replay examples of previously learned classes generated from the shared module itself. During testing, we have used these three networks. The first one, training of the classifier, separate classifier which generated data for both seen and unseen classes using the shared modules trained decoder. The second one, testing the classifier for both seen and unseen classes. Third, the shared modules decoder is used to generate replay samples of previous tasks that get concatenated to the next task to update the model with new and old tasks. Loss function. So we have combined 4 loss functions here. So L adversarial. L adversarial is the loss due to the minimax game between the shared module and the discriminator. L task is the cross entropy loss due to mapping from input features to the class levels. Both and LVA, both shared and private modules give some summation of KL divergence and reconstruction loss, and that is coming here in the form of variational autoencoder loss. And in our case, we have taken lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 as 1 and lambda 4 as 0.5. CGSL setting. In our case, whether a class is seen or unseen is decided based on the number of tasks a model has been trained so far. If a model goes trained continually up to the Tth task, the classes are assumed to be seen till the Tth task, and the rest of the classes are accepted unseen for the model while training. Evaluation matrices, mean seen accuracy. We compute CGSL seen after tasks after first, second, third, and Tth task and take the average. So this is the formula for the mean seen accuracy. Similarly, for mean unseen accuracy, this is the formula. We compute the CGSL unseen accuracy after each task, but we do not compute it after task T-1 since there is no unseen data after T-1 task. Mean harmonic, similarly, we calculated mean harmonic accuracy. So this is the formula. And forgetting measures, average forgetting after the model has been trained continually till task K is defined as, this is the formula where FTK is the forgetting on the Tth task after the model is trained till task K and computed as like this. Results. Second and third columns are the baseline results for continual zero-shot learning. Last columns represent our algorithm's result. We can see that our results beat the baselines and some of the other results. Conclusion. We proposed a novel hybrid algorithm that consists of both structure-based and generative replay-based approaches in this work. The novelty of our work is that we use adversarial learning. The model is divided into two modules. One is the task invariant shared module that is learned for all tasks, and another is the private modules that are learned for each task. We demonstrate our hybrid model outperforms the baselines and is effective on several datasets such that SCAV, AWA1, AWA2, and APY future work. The private module barely shares knowledge from seen to unseen classes, as we always generate data from the shared module. This can be a future work to utilize the private module for zero-shot learning. Another future work might be to develop task-free continual zero-shot learning, such as online zero-shot learning. How can you build continual zero-shot learning models for object detection? What should be the optimum latent dimension, hidden layer size? So these are the few questions we can move forward with. Thank you. If you have any question, please feel free to reach via my mail.